All right, so Nadi Shodhana, another common breath practice, pranayama I like to teach. I teach a lot of anxiety workshops, yoga for anxiety, and this is very good for an overactive, anxious mind. Now, I forget when in the semester we're going to look at some energy of the subtle body. So we're going to look at the energy field, which is our aura, these energy channels, which are called nadis, and energy bodies, which are called chakras. So those energy channels are what takes that information from the outside world, it draws it in. We process them through each of those 7 chakras. And then once we process it from those 7 chakras out through the energy channels, out through our aura, we extend our energy back into space. So sometimes those energy channels can get blocked, and there's around 10,000 nadi energy channels, and we don't need to know all about that. But there's 3 main energy channels. There's one that runs through all 7 chakras. There's one that starts in the right brain and moves through the left side of the body. And then there's one in the left brain that moves through the right side of the body. And we look at it in yoga in terms of masculine, feminine energy, not so much in a way of gender, but looking at masculine energy, going back to like what hatha yoga is. Masculine energy is very energetic. It can be very aggressive. It can be very angry if we're stuck too much in that channel. Whereas feminine energy is more subdued and cooled and withdrawn and taken back. So think about that with energy. Sometimes we might be depressed and withdraw, or sometimes we might be agitated and want to fight. So that's that fight or flight kind of response. Either way, it's stress response in the body, whether we want to fight or run away. So that's how I look at masculine, feminine energy and how we can be stuck in one versus the other. So Nadi Shodhana in English, I forget what it means in English. Nadi Shodhana, I don't know, balancing the energy channel system. But another English term for Nadi Shodhana is called alternate nostril breathing, because we breathe in through one side and breathe out through the other. And then we breathe in through one side of the nose and then out through the other. So bridges that left and right hemisphere of the brain. And you might know this from biology or psychology, that our left brain is our analytical process thinking kind of part of the brain, where the right brain is our more creative and intuitive side. So we want to merge those two together, and Nadi Shodhana is a very good way of merging the two and balancing out that energy so we're equal amount of both and we're no longer stressed. So how it goes is we want to do about 20 rounds, and we're not going to do that just for the sake of video, but if you want to practice on your own, we want to do about 20 cycles to get the full benefit of Nadi Shodhana. So I do this a lot before I meditate. I really like this pranayama for myself. So you want to make sure your nose is clear, you've blown it. And then you want to take, it doesn't matter, you could take your dominant hand. And what I usually do, it doesn't matter which finger, I usually take my middle finger right to the bridge of my nose here. And then just sort of, I like to press on my third eye here, which is the third eye chakra in between the eyebrows. And always you want to make sure you're sitting up tall whenever you're just doing pure pranayama work. You want to make sure you have room for the diaphragm to expand down, and you have room for those lungs to expand. So how it goes is you want to block off the left side, breathe in through the right side. And then you want to block off the right side and release the left. Breathe out through the left side. And then I got an itchy nose. Sorry, guys. In through the right side or left side. Plug off out. And then in the side you just breathe out of. Plug off and then breathe out the other side. Let's do that one more time. In. Out. In. Out. Very good. So 20 times for a cycle is in, out is one. So Nadi Shodhana, good way to balance out overactive mind or any of those feelings, fight or flight. So good for stress, good for anxiety. Now next we'll look at a pranayama that we can use to build energy if we feel very tired. So we're going to look at Kapalabhati breath. So here we go.